The next chapter I want to introduce is living with intention. Now, living with intention is focused on how you go through the day, and it starts, quite honestly, with what you're focused on. So, what are you focused on at the start of your day? It's important that you want to be careful not to develop a selfish mindset, which can happen sometimes. And I imagine some of you are probably thinking, Karen, I want to continue focusing on the things that are taking me down my current path of success, but does that make me selfish? Well, not necessarily. You see, what's so important about living a life of intention is focused really on you purposing to make a positive impact on another person's life. And I do realize that sometimes we find ourselves in situations where it can seem a little bit challenging to think about doing something positive for another. Case in point, I can think of several different situations where I was going through a difficult season and it was really hard for me to think about doing something nice for someone else. But let me tell you, the key to me being able to kind of shift my thinking and to go through that difficult season a little bit easier was it happened when I started purposing to do something positive for another person. The reason why it changed because of my perspective. Now, to talk about our perspectives and how they can have a huge impact on our life really requires a whole nother book, but they do play a role in living a life with intention. You see, when we change our perspectives and we're no longer looking at our difficult situations with the same eyes. And that perspective change happens because we've taken our focus off of the challenges that we are dealing with. Now, I'm not suggesting that everybody that lives a life of intention is going through a difficult season, but I can assure you that if you find yourself currently struggling with a difficult season or any time that you happen to find yourself dealing with that throughout your life, one of the surest ways to get around that is to start helping someone else. You want to make a positive impact on their life. You want to purpose yourself, but you need to do it at the start of the day. Now, I want to caution you against thinking that intentional living is something that just happens overnight, because it doesn't. It takes practice. You are going to want to practice intentional living over and over and over again until it becomes routine. So be kind to yourself. Give yourself some leeway. So I encourage you to read through the chapter, look at some of the suggestions at the end on ways that you can become more intentional. And I assure you that if you decide to start living your life in this manner, you will find that you are making a deeper impact with the people that you encounter each day.